moments when something good approaches our life slowly and carefully, as if it doesn't want to startle us. A gentle presence, a new possibility, a softness we are not used to holding. But instead of moving closer, we step back, we tighten, we fracture the moment before it has the chance to become real. It is not dramatic sabotage, not loud, not visible. It is the subtle kind, the kind that happens in small decisions, in quiet withdrawals, in unspoken fears. Goodness arrives, and the body recoils. In early 20th century Kyoto, there was a master craftsman known for his delicate porcelain bowls. He worked slowly, devoted to silence, never rushing a single stroke. His bowls were admired for their simplicity and their quiet beauty. But people noticed something strange. Whenever he finished a piece that was close to perfect, he would set it aside. Never display it, never sell it, never use it. One apprentice finally asked him, "Why hide your finest work?" The old craftsman replied, "When something is truly good, I fear my hands will break it." Years later, after his death, the hidden bowls were found, stacked in a dim corner of his workshop, untouched, luminous, delicate, beautiful. But they had never been allowed to live their purpose. Not because they were flawed, but because he could not trust himself with something fragile and beautiful. His fear wasn't about the bowls, it was about himself. And many of us carry the same fear in far more invisible ways. Why do we sabotage the good things in our lives? The reasons are rarely conscious. They live beneath words, beneath logic, beneath our practiced confidence. The first reason is this: the nervous system confuses unfamiliar with unsafe. The body is a historian. It trusts what it knows, even when what it knows has been painful. If chaos was normal, peace feels suspicious. If rejection was familiar, kindness feels unreal. So when goodness arrives, the body sends signals of danger, not because danger exists, but because the body doesn't recognize this new softness. This is not intuition. It is conditioning. Another force is identity. We all build internal stories about who we are. Stories formed by childhood, by wounds, and by repetition. I'm the one who gets abandoned. I'm the one who ruins everything. I'm the one who is never chosen. I'm the one who survives, not thrives. These stories become internal gravity. They pull us back to what feels coherent. When a good thing contradicts our inner narrative, we don't trust it. We feel exposed, off balance, unprepared. So we sabotage, not to fail, but to return to the identity that feels familiar. A third force: vulnerability feels like danger. Goodness requires openness, and openness can feel like standing unarmored in a storm we cannot predict. To receive something good is to risk loss. To accept love is to risk heartbreak. To trust peace is to risk disruption. So the mind protects us in the only way it knows, through withdrawal, avoidance, overthinking, coldness, or quiet destruction. Not because we don't want joy, but because joy asks us to let our guard down. And a fourth force: we fear the responsibility of the good. Goodness changes us. It asks us to grow into someone capable of holding it. Love asks for presence. Success asks for consistency. Peace asks for stillness. Opportunity asks for courage. Every good thing invites a new version of ourselves, and that invitation can feel overwhelming. Sometimes sabotage is simply fear of who we might have to become. A person meets someone kind, someone gentle and emotionally present, but instead of relaxing, they become hyper-aware. They look for flaws. They wait for the other person to leave. They test, withdraw, pull back. Their fear isn't about the relationship. It is about the vulnerability that kindness requires. Another person receives an opportunity, the one they have wanted for years. But suddenly, they procrastinate. They doubt themselves. They imagine everything that could go wrong. Success demands growth, responsibility, visibility, and the mind retreats to avoid that exposure. Another person enters a calm period after years of instability. The silence feels eerie, suspicious, too still. So they create conflict, stir chaos, seek intensity, not because they want pain, but because peace is unfamiliar. In all these stories, the sabotage is not the enemy. It is a misfired attempt at protection. There is a strange tension inside us when goodness approaches, a quiet trembling, a mix of longing and fear. We want to trust the warmth. We want to relax into it. We want to believe that this time is different. But something older rises within us. A memory, a reflex, a learned vigilance. It whispers, "Be careful. You know how this ends." This voice is not cruel. It is ancient and protective. It learned its lessons in moments of hurt you barely remember. It still believes you are that same person, the one who needed armor to survive. But you are no longer living in the world the voice remembers. This is the essence of healing, learning to hear the warning without obeying it, letting the past speak without allowing it to steer. With time, the body learns new rhythms. The heart learns new patterns. The mind learns new possibilities. Goodness becomes less frightening. Softness becomes survivable. Peace becomes believable. And slowly we begin to live in a world that matches who we are now, not who we were then. Here are 3 gentle practices that soften the instinct to sabotage what is good. First, label the feeling with precision. When goodness makes you tense, don't say, "I'm scared." Say, "This is unfamiliar." The nervous system relaxes when given accurate language. Unfamiliar is not threat. Unfamiliar is simply new. Second, extend the pause before the reflex. Most sabotage happens instantly. A cold tone, a canceled plan, a retreat into silence. So insert a slower sequence. 1 gentle breath, 1 steady heartbeat, 1 quiet moment before you act. Ask, what am I protecting right now? Often the answer belongs to the past, not the present. And third, let goodness in gradually. You do not need to embrace the good in one sweeping motion. Let it enter your life in small, steady doses. A minute of stillness, a brief moment of trust, a small acceptance of kindness. Let the unfamiliar become familiar. Let familiar become safe. Let safe become natural. This is how a new inner life is built. Quietly, softly, one moment at a time. There is a truth beneath all sabotage. We do not fear goodness because it is good. We fear it because it changes us. Goodness invites growth. Softness invites openness. Peace invites vulnerability. Love invites surrender. These are not easy invitations, but they are sacred ones. You do not need to rush. You do not need to force trust. You do not need to open completely. You only need to stop turning away. Stand in the doorway a little longer. Let the light touch you. Let the warmth sit beside you. In time, the unfamiliar becomes home. The good becomes safe. The soft becomes strong. And one day, quietly and naturally, you will open the door to something good and stay there with steady hands.